have a way out of this so they can live life more abundantly on earth and more abundantly in heaven. You realize God wants you to live a great, more abundant life on earth? A lot of times we think all of this is for heaven, but He wants us to enjoy life. Yeah. He understands that there's going to be hell on earth. But He understands, hey, God's going, I sent my Son on Christmas. I sent Him so He can live in you. And He can be where that peace comes from within the storm. Yeah. He can be so that you can begin to get excited and rejoice even when something negative comes upon you, because you know that all things work out to good for those who serve the Lord. Amen. For those that are doing His calling, for those that are running forward, that God is doing something inside of us. God's wanting things, the very tragedies that may have been the worst tragedies in our life, that you may sit here today going, there is no way that God could take anything good for this. Let me tell you, if you continue serving Him, He will. I don't care what it is, how bad it may have seemed. You may say, but nothing good can come out of this. I'm telling you, I've seen it in my own life so many times that God can turn it around for something great. Even in my own life that I've said, there's no way God can take anything from this. There's no, even from the things that I had done. But how God can use our very mistakes and turn them around later on as we're serving Him to begin to benefit Him with it. Not because of the sin, but because of the experiences sometimes we've gone through. The things that we're now able to help someone else that we wouldn't have been able to if we wouldn't have gone through it. John 3:16, it tells about how He came so we shall be saved and have eternal life. He sent His Son saying, I want them to be with me one day. But guess what? They've been doomed to sin because they live in a sinful nature, in a sinful world. They were born into it. We've got to find them a way out. It says He sent His Son. I wondered if Jesus was sitting there going, let me go. Let me go. I want to go. Let me die for them. Let me do it. You know, sometimes your son can, you know what he wants to do could be the greatest thing, but you know what he's going to have to suffer. And you say, son, I can't have you do that. I think the two of them were in agreement. We love these people so much, it's what's got to be done. We love them so much, it's what has to be done. I can imagine the angels in heaven rejoicing. Rejoicing. There's a way out. There's a way to be forgiven. We're sending some clean blood, sin-free, sinless